This is Less Than Zero. Less Than Zero.
Yeah, I just took off my MAGA hat before I came in here to the Trump rally,
Snap, man. The day after Halloween, a couple days before November 3rd, Less Than Zero podcast. We're at what, episode 31, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
31.
All right, thanks for checking us out, man. Justo behind the lens, Julian, Niall, Miss Vicky. So you guys just, before we started recording, you actually were just mentioning how there was a lot of Trump supporters.
Trump train.
Yeah.
San Mateo, right? San Mateo, California.
San Mateo. Yeah.
So describe that, man. Just flags everywhere or what?
Yeah, flags everywhere. Yeah, I was kind of baffled about how many people were there.
Were you scared?
No, was not scared. I just played my music really loud. Tried to find NWA, but there was a cop sitting next to me, and I didn't really want to mess with my phone too much. I'm kind of trying to drive, turn. And anyway, we wound up stopping, and it was interesting just seeing all of this up, front and personal. You're so used to seeing it on TV and people talking about it, Twitter, or when something goes viral, it's like, oh, fuck Trump, oh, fuck Biden, blah, blah, and it gets crazy. And it was like that. There was a guy on one of the cars, he was like, fuck Trump. And then there was people that were like, fuck you. And
really? Vicky, how about you?
Yeah.
Well, I was stuck in traffic. We were trying to make the left to get here, but we couldn't. The cops were blocking that area, so we had to turn right. There was a car that was in front of us that was gonna turn left, and once they saw the cars swing by with the flags, he was just flicking them off. Every single car. Just I was like, oh snap! And then we just started playing music hella loud, so we were just like, whatever, man.
Are really
it's
passionate,
crazy.
Huh?
Yes.
Dude, everybody, everyone that passed by had their phones on them, just recording.
Yep.
Recording everything. There was people walking by that were like, yeah. Recording as well. I was like, oh, this is real.
Yeah. That was surprising with me is there are people that weren't part of the rally, but they got out their cars and were like, yeah. I'm like, all different walks of people, not just white people who listen to country and all that.
Sure.
I saw Asians, I saw Hispanics coming out. I'm like, oh, damn. I don't know,
real.
man. Tuesday gonna be tough.
We'll definitely
Tuesday
talk
gonna be
about
tough
that.
somebody, man.
We'll definitely talk
There
about
was even a big fat ass bus.
I didn't see no bus. That's crazy.
It said Trump train. I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
Not to harp on
Flags
it too
out
long,
and everything.
But Dave Chappelle. I was watching Dave Chappelle last night, and Netflix was dropping some of his old stuff. And Dave Chappelle was referencing when he was first voting. A lot of the Trump supporters are the poor whites, right? But it's a much different day. You know what I mean? It's not just that.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely talk about that because
we're gonna talk about it next week.
Yeah, we can talk about it next week.
Next week, yep.
That's gonna be the hot topic of the year.
So let's go around the room, man, because of course it's the day after Halloween. Real quick, any highlights, man? Good, bad, observations? Who wants to start? Vicky? Justo?
I'll start.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah, no, dude, Halloween was the shit. The shit. So initially we didn't want to go trick or treating because we were like, oh,
now when you say
what's gonna happen?
You and your family, the kids and everything.
Yeah,
got it.
So no, just me by myself.
That's okay. That's okay.
So yeah, we all got dressed up. We did our makeup and everything. And somebody just kind of rang the doorbell, and we were like, what? We looked outside the window. There was a couple people, so we were like, fuck it, let's just go trick or treating. So we went trick or treating.
Oh,
so
wow.
there wasn't a lot of houses that opened their doors, but for the ones they did, I was like, dude, this is cool.
Did you get hella candy because no one was trick or treating?
We actually got quite a few candies, yeah.
Oh man, I would have got
we only went maybe 3-4 blocks, but that was it, So we got as much as we could out of it, but it was cool. And
what kind of candy?
Honestly, it was all kinds, lots of chocolate, Skittles. So
Almond Joy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I like Almond Joy.
Yeah.
we can tell.
No one
Almond Joy.
Almond Joy. No
that's the most random candy.
Because
no one likes Almond Joy.
Why is that?
Just they're not good.
Negative. What are
Does
you talking
anyone
about?
else here like Almond Joy?
I disagree, sir. Well, I'll tell you why. Because chocolate. Look, we can have chocolate any day of the week, right? But Almond Joy, you kind of got that health kick with the coconut, and then you got that one almond. You get what I'm saying? It's like a good balance. It makes you feel better about yourself.
One almond.
We got Snickers.
Snickers.
Snickers all day.
I do like
Yeah,
Snickers.
Snickers goes hard.
All
And
day.
Twix.
Kit
Twix
Kats,
goes hard.
all of that.
But not
They had good
almond
candy.
joy.
Yeah. No, so we
I
got
can
to
see
go.
the divide.
You
We
don't
got
see
to go
any
trick-or-treating.
little. You don't see any little kid going, "Ooh, almond joy."
The OGs know
Right.
about the almond joy, bro.
No, it's an OG
Okay?
thing.
Ask
for
any
sure.
OG.
That's like a funny.
It's like you excited about taffy. No one likes taffy.
Yeah.
I thought taffy's pretty. I like taffy.
You like
I don't.
What
I
are you
like.
talking about?
I like almond joy, but it's not like. Did they have almond joy? You know, like,
Right.
it's not.
Right.
I think almond joy is like a mature thing. It's like you might grow into liking it.
Oh,
but
okay.
Maybe
thanks.
different.
Oh, because my age? Is that what you're saying?
No, no, no.
Yeah, I'm old.
I like almond joy, but as a kid, I'm like, man, there's no almond joy in my pillowcase. You know,
Let me ask you
ain't
this.
gonna see that.
Do you like Three Musketeers?
They're all right.
I do.
Oh man, you guys have no taste. Want to know why? Three Musketeers is a cop out. Snickers, all Three Musketeers is what Three Musketeers wants to be Snickers.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Doesn't even have peanut butter.
What?
What'd you say?
The nougat? You know what I mean? Snickers is just
Oh,
on a higher
Snickers.
level.
I thought you said
Yes.
Reese's. Never mind.
Yes.
Sorry.
Three Musketeers. Snickers is
I'm
what
gonna turn my
Three
mic off.
Musketeers has been thriving and been striving to be all this time.
Yeah, no, they for sure struggle. That's a struggle candy.
There you
for
go.
Sure.
All right. Anyway.
For sure. And they're always like little. Like I think they stopped making them big. They're like,
Yeah.
man, just give it to them.
Right.
My Halloween definitely much different than Miss Vicky's. I walked down the block here, and yeah, my neighbors suck, man. There was no Halloween decorations, no candy. I went on the doorsteps just to see. I wasn't gonna take any of the candy because, of course, I'm thinking about the kids. Anyway,
Always.
Oh my God.
never myself.
Okay.
And none of them had any signs like social distance, please. But here, take a candy bar or something. No Snickers, no almond joy, no nothing. So my neighborhood sucks.
Obviously, we saw a Trump rally.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I watched Dave Chappelle. I watched some of his specials that dropped on Netflix, and pretty much fell asleep to that, man. So that's what I got. How about you now?
Yeah, I went trick or treating at CVS. And just
free?
got all the candy. It was not free.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an expensive Halloween this year. But,
No 5-finger discount. No.
no,
I'm
no
just kidding.
5-figure discount. No. Had some coupons though. So,
Oh, there you
know,
go.
Yeah.
So wait, did you buy candy for the kids? You bought it for yourself, you and your wife.
No, I actually didn't buy any candy. Like I was just kidding. I didn't do anything.
Word.
Well, what did you do?
Did you at least watch like Halloween
a
movies?
Yeah, we watched Scary Movie
Nice. The
Oh,
first
nice.
one.
Okay.
and we watched Signs.
Nice.
Oh.
Good
Yeah.
choice. I was
Yeah,
obsessed with
it
that
was
movie.
like because we watched Scary Movie and then we watched Scary Movie.
Wait,
we
was
skipped-
it the first scary movie?
Yeah, that was the best.
First
one.
and second, or I think I like second. a
The
little
second
better.
one's cool. It was boring, so we actually
one's good.
we because my wife's never seen Scary Movie 1.
Yo,
or
that
2 or
jacket's
3.
tight, son. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, right. And then, so we skipped the Scary Movie 3, and then that one's like it was based around the Signs movie. Anyway, I was like, man, I just want to watch Signs movie now. Like I haven't seen a movie in forever, so we watched that. But
That's
I
actually
would
funny.
say I do want to say I actually did not eat any candy last night.
Me neither.
And this was the first time in history
I did.
of Nile of not having candy on Halloween.
May
Dang.
So-
the history books will show this be the day.
Yeah, this
This
will be
be the
day
day,
2020.
2020.
Like
2020.
just-
See,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't,
2020
I don't
is all
know.
fucked up.
Yeah, it's just like
Well, no, because we had a lot of candy.
you ate a lot of candy
we
too.
bought some more candy too because initially we never thought we were
Right.
gonna go
And
trick
kids
or
came,
treating.
but not a lot, right? You said
There was probably maybe one person that rang the doorbell.
one.
Yeah, but
That was
that's
me.
what I'm saying. But
I was like,
Justin,
yo,
you
Nick-
came all the way to
Oh, let me get some candy.
yo.
right,
Um,
yeah, and then we had a game with the kids where we turned off all the lights and we hid candy out and
That sounds
that's cool.
fun.
Like a scavenger hunt.
yeah,
That's
and
like
my
Halloween,
fiance,
Easter or something.
Yeah,
since,
Halloween,
since
Easter.
we had done his makeup,
Easter ween.
he was the one that had to like scare. So I had the GoPro with my flashlight on, and me and the kids are like looking for the candy while he's like popping out in different areas.
How did he do
Oh.
it? Did he go? Oh,
Well,
I'm gonna get you.
no, he would actually just be like, for example, he may be like underneath the table at one point or something, and then like we're walking and we may like flash the flashlight, and he's just like laying there on the like just watching us, and we're like, dude, this is freaky.
Question: when you have kids, like, did they play along, or did they know Daddy? Or did they know that he was under the table the whole time? You know, did the kids anticipate it, or were they truly scared?
My son gets scared. So my son, he was scared, but my daughter was more of a like, oh my God, we just need to make sure that he doesn't touch us and he can't scare us. So like
That's
they
cute.
get scared. Like they get scared, but
Okay.
they know it's him. But it's
Yeah.
just the whole feeling of like,
The atmosphere.
Yeah.
Right?
I know we have a lot of stuff on the show, but can I just throw like an addendum, an idea? Because I like just throwing out different ideas. I'm not saying it's a good idea, but it could work. Next year, right when you do this with your man, you should throw in some different characters. Like me, Justo, and Niall will dress up. Don't tell them, and we'll just hide in different parts of the house. And we'll shock them.
And then
Do it.
And then you have to pay for their therapy. For the next 20 years.
Yeah, after
you
paying
imagine
for
that?
my bail.
Mommy, who are
Right.
these strangers?
Who are they?
I know you
What
can't
is
be doing
happening?
that. They're gonna call the cops. Niall's gonna get arrested.
Yeah,
Oh
for sure.
man.
That's for sure. Someone's
Yeah.
gotta pay for my bail. All right.
Hey, Justo, real quick, your Halloween.
My wife got a new car, which is dope.
My wife
Oh.
sold her car. So
Really?
Really
Oh, you
interesting.
sold it.
Yeah, my wife sold it. Yeah,
Nice.
she sold it. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Did your
Yippee.
wife buy
Yeah.
the car that Niall's wife sold? Is
Yeah,
that
it's
what
a
it is?
shitty car. We want to put it back.
Yeah, they got a Nissan Versa. Or?
It's garbage, bro.
Okay. Got,
But she got a new car crash a couple weeks ago. Her car got totaled, and she's never owned like a new car. But we went to like a Honda dealership and we got her like a cool hybrid car. And then we spent Halloween night kind of driving around in a new car. We got boba. It was a good time.
Where'd you get boba
boba.
at?
Out where I live. Shout out to IT. Delicious.
I never been there. They got one in Burlingame. Is it
Yeah,
really
IT.
that good?
A thumbs up
Okay.
from me.
Look at this guy, man, drinking boba. He's not even Asian. Look at this guy.
Look at
man.
that.
Oh
Wow.
my
Hey,
god.
boba took over the world, man. Everyone
Well,
knows good
let me
boba.
tell you,
Yeah.
I could go on about this, but before I moved here, this is a long time ago, but I had never seen so many boba shops here in the Bay Area until moving here.
They're everywhere now.
There's more boba shops here than McDonald's, but you go to like
wow.
That's a lot.
But
Especially
do you get what
in
I'm
There's a
saying?
lot
Like,
of. There is a lot. Of
There's a lot in
shops
certain
now.
areas,
Oh.
particularly. There's like
Crazy.
a lot
more
of
than McDonald's, man. They're like
Crazy.
overtaken, man. You go to Phoenix or something, there's like, you know, I don't know, man, McDonald's and Del Tacos everywhere. There's maybe like
Del
one
Taco.
boba shop for every city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
right. Wow.
All right. Anyway, so we were talking Trump a little bit earlier in the show. So I know. Well, then you probably know about this. Lil Wayne went viral everywhere.
I
This
can't wait
past
to see
week.
what Niall has to say about this.
Yeah.
Is it
Right.
bad that I'm looking? I want to know what you have to say.
So I'm gonna read this
We're
tweet.
all waiting
okay?
for the anticipation.
Everyone's like, so what do you think, Niall?
Drum roll, please.
I'll read this tweet
Oh,
and then I'll
man.
throw it over to you guys from Wayne's Twitter account. Just had a great meeting with real Donald Trump. Besides what he's done so far with criminal reform, the Platinum Plan, which I looked over, by the way, is going to give the community real ownership. He listened to what. Sorry, he didn't. That's just me. He listened to what he had. He listened to what we had to say today. And assured he will and can get it done. Go ahead, Niall, Vicky.
Vicky, just kidding.
I got so much to say. you know.
I mean,
Sources show that his fingers were crossed during the entire conversation.
yeah.
Right.
You know, I wasn't expecting much from Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, I remember a few years ago, people, you know, when Black Lives Matter was blowing up, he was on an interview talking
Yeah, I
about
saw
it.
that.
And he was like, man, I don't want to talk about no Black Lives Matter, man. All lives matter. I already knew he was like, oh, good. Oh, my goodness. You can't understand the basics of that. So I'm not going to expect much from Lil Wayne. I would expect an endorsement to Trump because, well, I mean, he's about his money. And so what we know Trump and what we know Republicans have done for a long time is favor the, you know, rich class.
Rich, wealthy, right.
You know, making sure that their taxes don't get cut. And, yeah, I mean, Lil Wayne and all the rappers, they're getting broker by the second. So they don't need any more taxes cut because, you know.
Vicky, what you think? Lil Wayne. I mean, he's a great artist.
Yeah, he just takes a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
Right.
And Kanye needs drugs.
I don't know. I never really like listened to Lil Wayne like that. So
If you watch, the
mean-
last episode last week's, is it because he's short? Is that why the short king out? Is that why he's only like 5'2"?
He's so tiny in that picture.
No.
He's
Like
very
the drunk.
short.
He
I
looks like
sad.
a kid.
He looks a little baby.
Photoshop.
dude, what kills me is his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Because all scraggly or
Because
what?
it's crazy. But it like I think it was in his like the most recent music video that he did. I don't know. That hair was just looking crazy. But I mean, I don't know. I do see that, you know, a lot of rappers are running out of money.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Yeah.
what fuck?
And they don't want to
Like,
be taxed, even though they have plenty of money.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, these rappers, they actually don't take advantage of like the loopholes that like the real rich people do, like the Trumps of the world, you know, the people that were born into generational wealth, that they were raised into the game of like how to actually avoid taxes. These rappers, they don't know how to do that, or they have the connections to do that. So they're like,
Like only paying $700 in taxes.
exactly.
I think just. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I was just saying exactly that. But we did have a system that allowed them to do it like
Right.
pretty easily. So
Yeah, just a judge, I think they're thinking one-dimensionally. You know what I mean? Just like what you're saying. They're just looking at the number. Okay, I'm going to get an increase in taxes. Biden, 40% or something like that. 7% hike. You know what I mean? So, boom, I'm going to Trump. Yeah, back to that interview, man. That was like a couple years ago, right? He said some really, like, stupid shit, man. He just really sounds dumb. Like, really self-serving. He's like, man, don't talk to me about this Black Lives Matter. That don't exist. What that got to do with me?
right,
He said that.
He's like,
What
look
that
at,
got to-
he's
so-
like, look at my life. Like, look at my life
Right.
and say Black Lives Matter. Like, dude, you're.
So
not the
that right
same.
there is the indicator. And yeah, man. I mean, I think it's kind of really obvious. That platinum plan is really it's all, dude, it's so general. There's no specific promises. It's like me saying, yo, man, you give me like $10 or you give me your vote. I'll give you $10, something like that. But there's nothing in writing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's it's just.
I mean, what can honestly be promised?
Something in writing. I
know?
think something specific in okay, these are proposals, right? But at least something more specific. Look, we can't get into specifics, but I mean that platinum plan is generalizations. You know, we're gonna create what was like something like 3 million jobs or something like that for blacks in the country. Dude, there's over 5-6 million out of work.
Yeah.
I looked this shit up. Yeah. That's the only thing I looked up.
Good job.
That's the only thing I want to bring up.
Julian's been studying
So
a lot.
what about the other 2-3 million? You see what I'm saying?
No, bro.
That's the way it works. Just generals.
Yeah, it's just
Hey, we'll
generals.
do this thing, but we don't know how, but we'll do it.
Right. It's just yeah, they're just saying a lot. But there definitely can be promises made. There's definitely things where you can be like, at the start, soon as January 21st, 2021, I'm going to do this, that. And so, the platinum plan is not really going to do anything as far as handling the issues, why we're even talking about this right now, why like there needs to be a platinum plan in the first place, why the George Floyd thing kicked off is because like all of that. It's not like, oh, just defunding the police. It's not all, just education. It's like all of it. And so that's why I always advocate, and pushing and pressuring politicians to support reparations and closing the racial wealth gap, because that's what it's going to take. It's everything else is just piecemeals. Everything else is just like bandages on a wound, So anyway, Lil Wayne, I don't expect him because he's uneducated, and I doubt he even read the platinum plan. Somebody just gave him the what
Give him
It's
the
one
okay.
sheet.
Just say
Yeah,
that.
It's
they
like a
gave him
paragraph, bro. It's like half a sheet.
Yeah, no, I
Legit.
read it. It was like just bullet points, and it was just as vague as the Biden's point. So the issue is, and that's why I rock with Ice Cube and like what he's doing, because he's like talking about we need something tangible. We need something substantial. So and Lil Wayne is not saying none of that. He's just like, I like what he read. I like what he wrote here, so I'm gonna support him.
So it's an agreement that like Lil Wayne is dumb. So I mean, I think it's pretty obvious about Lil
That was a
Pump.
pretty good with Lil Wayne, by the way.
So
I've been listening to him a long time. So
those little Pump clips. I mean, really, what do you need to say about him? He's just even stupider.
Little Pump.
Should we even talk about it? I mean, I
Lil
just on
Pump
prep, but it's like
is, on a whole other level.
he's on
of like stupidity.
He's on the spectrum. Let's just say that. So I don't really give a shit what he has to say.
You ever meet someone that you don't even know that you absolutely hate? He's like one of those guys.
Yeah.
He's like one of those guys.
I can't believe he got so big off that
Gucci Gang.
damn Gucci Gang song.
Yeah.
Have
Like,
you
that's
ever?
all he really says in that song, and he
Well,
went,
it's catchy.
platinum?
You know what it is? What was like a big fad, guys, in the past couple years? It could be anything. What was like a big fad?
Rompers.
He's like that, right?
Great times. Remember male rompers?
Hey, we got to bring that back.
Oh my God!
I'm straight. I'm glad that was missed.
Hey,
with
I'm
the
glad that was
bags?
gone.
If we thought about this
I
before,
think so.
for Halloween, we should have all worn male rompers.
Male rompers.
That'd be
right.
killing.
I remember that.
And then
being a
quickly take
fad.
them off because it's
No.
just a fad.
Now we're gonna rock. We're just gonna
But
rock them the whole time.
Lil Pump to me is like a romper. Just what you know what I mean? On and gone.
He's like
Yeah.
a romper.
You know what I mean, I don't even know why we're giving him attention. My bad. Sorry.
You know what? It's okay,
My
Julie.
bad.
I just those videos. I just hate him, dude. I just hate. He's just screaming into the camera.
Yeah, he's not
you
really
know?
relevant right now, honestly. So, like, he's really like his
He's
music.
he's just trending, but the only reason why he's trending is because of the whole election situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know what
Putting
sucks
himself
though?
out there.
He does have an audience still, and people are gonna be they're
Of
influenced by what
course.
he says. I think people are gonna make decisions based off what he said. Younger people, but I'm just saying.
yeah,
You know, that's why that's why people are talking about it. That's why he was on. You know, that's why he went kind of viral.
yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
I agree.
no more Lil Pump, right? No more Wayne.
Nah.
I think about, I'm like, oh, he's got good music, but I'm like, nah, he's kind of fell off.
Who?
Low-key. Lil Wayne.
A lot.
I haven't even heard his new shit.
Yeah,
I'm lying. The only
I
one that I
didn't-
really heard was from that video that he did. And
Yeah, I probably haven't even seen that.
man,
Speaking of Wayne, I wonder if him and Drake are getting along. You know what I mean? Because can you imagine Drake and Wayne? Obviously, Wayne put Drake on. I'm thinking, does Drake mess with this guy anymore because of what Lil Wayne tweeted out?
No, I mean, yes.
You think
of
so?
Of course, Drake
I mean,
hangs out with Lil Wayne.
but then when you think about it though, like, is that really gonna make somebody's like decision on whether I'm gonna like fuck with you or not?
Be your friend? Yeah, I
Like,
get it.
that's-
I have a
it's
friend-
topic. Like,
I have a friend
obviously
who's voting for
everybody
Trump.
has their
It
own
is what it is.
opinions. Like everybody has their own opinions. Why is it? Let's say, you know, you. Fuck it. You said Trump, and I said, "Oh, I'm not going to be your friend anymore."
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah,
True.
I think-
why?
yeah, I
mean,
mean-
I think a little bit of
everyone
that.
has their own opinions.
I've kind of like not talked to my aunt anymore because she's super Trump supporter. Because like I think if you're hella for Trump, like your values are crooked and bad. At when you
Unless they give you very specific reasons, Justo, and
well, like
makes,
it doesn't
kinda makes
justify.
sense, you know
It
what I
doesn't
mean?
justify.
But to me, I think the reason why we're at where we're at, where we feel like there's all right, us versus them, because that's how literally everyone thinks on both ends. Like, you're this person, all right, this person's a pedophile, this person, blah, 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 this person. And the thing is, you know, because everyone's information is so limited because they only talk to this group of people. They don't, they already cancel that person out. So there's like no growth. And so to me, I'm like, all right, for us to actually grow from this like division that we're all a part of this together, you know, I definitely am not going to cut off people, you know.
You have
and
to have a
I'd rather-
dialogue
the dialogue,
and,
the work's got to be done. I know.
make-
You
I'm
should see
making
Justin's
the
face,
point.
y'all. He's like,
I'm like, fuck, you're right.
like,
But, like,
we have
fuck
to,
that.
we
But,
have
like-
to do the work. We have to communicate. We have to dialogue with people who
Yeah.
don't understand.
You have
We
to
have
be
to come with
empathetic.
facts. We have to be empathetic because these are people. These are humans. And honestly, if they go down, we go down too. Like, and if we go down,
True.
they go down.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
it's regardless of who gets in office, it's you know,
It's
a
an all
lot of
it's
work.
all hands on deck effort.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to
gotta
talk
give
about
people-
the social dilemma.
It's all
Netflix
actions.
shit. That a few weeks ago that I was too sick to join, but the
episode.
social media has really like
Divided.
tilted and divided the way people think. Like they to let's just say this, to focus on certain ads that they are pushing, like the people that believed in flat earth, they would put them like with other people who think like-minded, and
Yeah.
then next thing you know, all their timelines is agreeing with
Right,
each other.
right, and then it
everything
influences-
is facts,
right.
everything is fake. Like this is so we all have to take responsibility of this. These people that, you know, programmed it, yeah, they're Democrats, but they're also like elitist capitalist hawks that want to you know, prey on these poor people's minds and their weaknesses, because that's what
the
we
government's
have.
always watching.
Exactly. You know, so anyway, we have to all take responsibility. We have to do the work. You have to talk to your aunt. I have to talk to my friend. We have, you know, a lot of work to do.
She's insufferable.
But yeah, that's how we gotta make the world a better place. But just like I said before, if we get Trump out of office, fine, great, whatever. But the people that got him in there, like,
Yeah.
it won't stop that from happening
No.
again. So we have to
So
work
to
with
answer
that.
your question, I
Please.
believe Drake and Lil Wayne still talk to each other.
Thank you. Speaking of, thank you. Thanks for bringing it back.
In
So,
conclusion,
Speaking of Drake and social media and that whole thing, last week he's only 34, celebrated his 34th birthday, had a big party. Gonna talk about Drake and Kim Kardashian, of course. She celebrated her 40th birthday. So people are clowning.
damn, she getting old.
Dude, she looks, I mean,
She doesn't.
but when you got money, bro, it don't matter how old you are, you can still look like you're 20.
Hey, but you know what?
What?
The hands.
Uh-oh.
The
you can
hands,
tell the
you
hands.
can tell
I see
by
that
the
too on
hands.
Instagram whenever I
Right.
see him. Like, oh,
You
damn,
say,
she's
you
fine.
You look hella young. Then you see them wrinkles in their hands. You're
Yo,
like, woo.
I always
You're
see
not as
people.
young
so
as-
funny.
Well, hold on a second. You can't put Botox in your hands?
No, I'm pretty sure you can.
You
I think
can,
that's
but
good
like,
for
bro, the hands is definitely.
The hands
It's
are
so
a lot.
funny.
You can do probably
Yo,
anything and everything to your body.
I think it's so funny that you brought that up because like I always see like people like, you know, on Instagram story, and it'd be like a really attractive, you know, celebrity who was popping back in the 90s, who's like 42. So-and-so's 42. And I'm like, damn, she looks great. And then someone in the comments is like, look at her hands though. And then
Yeah.
ever since then,
They look
it's
like-
changed my life. I'm like, now I'm like
Or-
looking at everyone's hands.
Dude,
I'm like,
I've watched the you know, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and then like, you know, so they're all dolled up, makeup up, whatever, and then you see her on her
their
on her
hands
phone,
look
and
like
I'm
they're
like,
old as hell.
They
Oh,
look like
shit.
chicken feet.
Your hands do look
Yeah.
good.
Have you-
And
Yeah.
it doesn't give it justice that she doesn't really get her nails. Like she doesn't put like acrylics on or anything like. So her nails are usually plain, like plain and simple. So like you can really see.
Let me throw one more
like,
thing at you. Can
dang.
you ever tell someone's age by their neck? My mom always says, look at their neck. If their neck is like a part of the neck is like sagging. I forgot what it's called. You
Yeah,
get what
I
I'm saying?
think you can, but it also depends on how well you take care of your skin.
Yeah, I think that's genetics.
But that's
too.
anything,
Not
but that's also
everyone
with
has
your
that
hands, no?
gene,
Genetics
though.
too, huh?
But that also, but you could say the same thing for your hands, right? You moisturize your hands. I mean, they could still look
Of
hella
course,
young when you're
but
50,
I
right?
mean, shoot,
Moisturization don't do that.
Nah.
Really?
Moisturization, because the hands is like
Feel my hands. No.
I'm not gonna feel your hands.
my
but
hands.
I'm gonna look at
Zoom
your
in,
hands.
zoom in. Feel
you
my
look
hands.
like you have normal.
Feel
you know,
his hands.
20-year-old
Kyle.
hands. That's called
Feel
moist.
his hands.
I'm not feeling his
Feel
hands.
his hands.
I'm not touching the short king hands.
So Drake
Plan
celebrated.
B, Bills. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You good? Okay. So Drake celebrated his 34th birthday in Los Angeles. Had a big party, of course, with his family and friends. We weren't invited.
Right.
Oh well.
Damn.
Anyway, damn.
Uh,
Dude. Oh,
What?
okay,
You
Justo.
went? How was it?
Man,
Was
It was
the
at the
food
W.
great?
It was at the W, huh?
It was kind of boring, to be honest.
people was it because people were clowning his menu, saying that either A, he's low key like, I forgot what they were saying, like he was cheap, or he was like, they thought it was a mistake because one of the items was like mac and cheese with like raisins, and I'm not right. Well, I
I
guess
don't like
raisins.
raisins.
Well, they were saying it doesn't really match. Why they didn't do something a little more elevated, and they made it like a big deal. What are your thoughts on that? And the first thing I thought was like, bro, you should be glad you're invited to Drake's birthday party. Who gives a shit what they're serving on the menu?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They could be serving pig feet.
Hey,
Oh,
you
I
ever-
probably wouldn't.
You ever had pig feet though?
No, is it good?
Not bad. Just
Okay,
saying.
well,
You gotta have them right.
just
You've had it?
Yeah, I've had
something
pig
that's
feet.
not good.
Yeah.
In the taco.
I mean, where'd you get it from? Like this, somebody had to home
It
cook
was
it for you.
it was
or
somebody's trunk. It
somebody's.
was behind someone's trunk.
Stop.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
are you
believe
serious?
it.
No.
Oh,
believe
I
it.
was like, whoa.
Although
can
there are
picture
places
on
in
a
Oakland,
cookout.
there are places in Oakland that are just like people's backyards. They just sell tacos.
Oh,
And those
yeah.
are the best tacos.
Right.
Yeah.
There's actually a somebody that will deliver micheladas
Ooh. Really?
What is that?
from their trunk.
It's
What's
like
micheladas?
it's a
It's
drink.
like
Or like a
it's like a
yeah.
cocktail.
Oh, okay.
There's also a place in Oakland that has
Delicious.
these like big lemonade drinks that you order. You have to DM them through Instagram, and you go to their address and they bring it out to you.
Oh.
And you pay them through like Cash App or.
Oh
Venmo.
yeah, with this
Oh,
one, I
wow.
think you
It's
DM
like that?
them. You DM them, and then they'll come to your spot.
Oh really? See, weird man.
See,
Anyways,
this is what
no,
Drake should have got.
Drake,
Yeah, that's what he
for
should've
real, No, Drake, man. Why does everybody care? Why do you care about what he has on the menu?
People
I
just
would have been
hungry.
juiced, be like, oh, I'm going to Drake's party.
Tweet
What?
says Drake could have any meal in the world, but raisins and mac and cheese lands on the birthday menu. SMH, shaking my head.
Yeah, I mean that
Food
person's.
is a big part of a party though. Like if you ever go to someone's party and they don't have good food, you'll look at your like whoever you're with. You're like, man, this food kind of sucks, huh?
Nah, I
You
would
never
have
think
still
that?
ate it.
Dude, have you
Well,
been?
yeah, but like, still.
But Justin, what kind of birthday party are we talking about? Are we talking about Drake's birthday party or just like your friend?
both.
Okay, if it's like
Drake is my
or
friend.
someone, I mean, who cares? I'd be so enamored by the fact that I'm at like an event that I'm never gonna be at.
So how do we know like this wasn't like his fifth party? Like, and they're like, yo, we gon' this is a light day. You know what I mean? Like, but we just had steak yesterday. I mean, just like. Miss Vicky, she had, she celebrated her birthday all week. Drake probably celebrated his birthday all week.
That's true.
So like by that night that he filmed it and put the receipt out or the menu, it's a light day. It's like, hey, we having mac and raisins, all right? Like, oh, okay, cool. It is what it is.
Mac and
After
raisins.
that, we'll go out and get some frozen yogurt. Cool. Like,
Oh yeah.
I can't
The
imagine
whole
what the
crew
hell
is gonna
Drake.
go out for frozen yogurt.
Yeah,
right,
that'd
right.
be fucking dope. I'd be down with that.
Yeah, just crowd into the big like minivan.
All
the
that.
Drake van, right?
The Drake van, the
Stop.
Drake
well,
train.
You saw. I don't know if you guys saw. What is it? Jason Derulo.
No.
Because his song went number one. He
$112,000.
He
At the bar?
He bought a shot to everybody that was at the restaurant because his song went number one.
Bro.
Oh wow.
Like, I mean,
Baller, number one.
Sure.
Number two, kind of stupid. I would never do that. I put that in the bank account, but then again, we don't have that type of money.
$112,000.
Jason
I know.
Derulo.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's like Drake's buying
No
all this
comment.
shit anyways. Are you guys buying what's on the menu? Did you guys buy what's on the menu? No.
Yeah.
Suck it
So,
up.
wait, did
Eat
he
it.
order it for his friends?
Okay, so he had the menu made up. He probably hired someone to put up the menu, and he probably didn't even pay attention. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's essentially what it is. Drake is not choosing. Drake's got bigger things going on in his life, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
So-
I mean, and he can always have a better meal like tomorrow or right now.
I mean,
Anyway.
is mac and cheese and raisins a good combo?
Well, that's the thing. People
Yeah,
are saying,
I don't know.
They're saying the raisins are not. The
I
raisins
don't
are what
like
throws
raisins.
it off.
I don't like raisins, period. But
I would just pick the raisins out.
I wouldn't do it. It's good.
I'd be like,
People
why
get-
do I have raisins in my
People
macaroni?
be spoiled.
You gotta put hot dogs in your macaroni. That's where it's at.
Dude, before we
Hot
get
dogs
into the
and
next thing,
macaroni, What?
What?
Dude,
You never
like-
done that?
Like cut up hot dogs in
Yeah,
macaroni?
you cut up hot dogs and put in
Dude.
macaroni and cheese.
No.
lobster, mac, and cheese.
Oh, I've had that before. That's
Have you guys
snacking.
been
Lobster, mac
to?
and
This
cheese.
I
is a
have
Bay
had
Area thing. Have you guys been to Homeroom?
No.
Yeah.
Woo, in
What?
Oakland.
You haven't been to homeroom?
Oh my god.
You guys
been
gotta hit
to
up homeroom.
So
Oh, I have
sick.
not.
It is so not good for you, but like once in your life you gotta go.
Once in my
It's
life.
not
God.
bad for. Well, all right. It's
Mac and cheese, it's terrible for
It's
you.
not that bad. There's worse.
Mac and
things.
cheese is not that bad. I mean,
It's not.
Oh
that
yeah.
bad.
Depends how much butter and
it's
milk
healthy
they
for
put
you.
in
You guys, you're
Probably
making
not.
me
It's not
hungry.
It's all carbs.
I'm not. It's carbs.
It's all oil. It's all
You're
good. It's
making-
all cheese.
Yeah.
You're making me hungry now.
Sorry.
We always do this every
Hey,
episode.
I'm gonna go to
man.
Red Lobster.
I love Red Lobster.
Fuck yeah.
Okay,
Red
so
Lobster used to be popping though. Back in the
Lobster's
day,
still poppin'.
Red Lobster's popping,
Don't
but
play.
it's not like the same as like you go out and it's like an expensive like fancy kind of thing. Like, oh, we're going to Red Lobster. It's
Them
like
biscuits.
It's like Olive Garden today. Like Red Lobster is at.
Yeah,
The
it's not
biscuits.
The
fancy.
biscuits though. Oh, the biscuits. Go
Hey, you
hard.
know you can
Are we talking
actually
about
make 'em?
Olive Garden biscuits.
No,
And
I'm
Red
talking about the
Lobster.
Red
they're called the
Lobster.
Got it,
Cheddar
got
Bay
it.
biscuits or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And you can
Yeah.
get them at Safeway.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm not
you can
getting
bake
them at
them.
Look
I
at
bought
you,
them.
bro.
I want 'em at
I've
Red
already baked a
Lobster.
few. Woo!
Look at you,
Fire.
bro. All right,
Fire.
so speaking of Kim Kardashian, she also had her 40th birthday recently, and people are.
My bad.
It's all right. Do me a favor, put that coaster. You know how I get hella nervous.
got it.
That's like my biggest thing that makes me nervous. Okay. Anyway,
I dropped the coaster,
so she flew people, and people are shading her on social media, saying, well, first, the backstory is that she flew her close friends and family to a private island for a special, for a special birthday party, right? And people are like mad upset because they're like, how dare you, we're in a pandemic and people are, don't have any jobs and they're just trying to make ends meet and you're pretty much just showing off and gloating. The first thing I thought before we had this, like, before we initially talked about it, as far as on a conversation piece, but first thing I thought was like, man, they're right. Why she shouldn't be really showing off. She should probably just kind of lay low. But then you guys made a good point, right? It's kind of like, well, I mean, this is kind of her life, right? And she's allowed to do what she wants.
Yeah, well, we created the monster, so
Yeah,
I mean,
the
her
monster.
whole existence is based off of like her showing how elaborate her life is. I mean, you said 19 seasons, right?
19
I thought it was
seasons.
10 seasons. I'm like, oh, 10 years. Oh, sorry, it's more like close to 20 years.
Yeah, 19
God
seasons.
damn, like
crazy.
that's a lot.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 19 seasons.
What made that whole thing worse is the caption of it.
What was the caption?
It was like something along the lines of like things have been hard, and to make my family feel better, I treated them to a
But-
thing. As it was like saying like as if it was over.
But Justo, she
Kind of
did
thing.
also, in other tweets, she also did say, listen, I know how truly blessed we are. Definitely don't take every day for granted.
Right.
At the end of the day,
it
like,
sounded
well,
like
I
a
mean,
humble brag. That's just
but
the way it was.
Do you
written.
guys
also
care?
have
Like,
to
does this
remember,
bother you?
like,
Humble
no.
brags are annoying for sure. I agree with
I mean,
that.
because, but at the same time, what do you really know about the shit that they go through? Like,
Everything.
For example, so for,
We watched the show.
well, yeah, obviously, but
I watched
that's
the
very
show.
true. Touche.
What do you mean?
But like, there's certain things. Like, I mean, for example, Khloe Kardashian, Kanye both had COVID. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, yeah, there's still things that like we're like, oh fuck, you guys are bragging because of all of this, but at the same time, like they still go through shit. I mean, when you think about it, everyone's still a human being.
So
We're still all humans.
When
So
you
we
s-
all experience.
So when you see that, do you get jealous? Or do you get mad? Do you feel any type of way? You're like, you don't care, Vicky?
No, because at the end of the day, everyone's gonna live their own lives. It's their lives.
I
You
appreciate
know,
that.
so it's like that's how I see it. Like if I had the money to fucking do it, yeah, I'd fly all my friends out to a fucking private island and be like, "Yo, let's turn the fuck up."
And you put it on social media?
Yeah, post it.
Would
What the
you
fuck?
would you
Gotta
tag
let
us?
these haters know.
Would
No,
you
I'm just kidding.
Would you tag us and we could come too?
Yeah, of course. I tag.
Julian's so
Come on,
funny.
I'd been like, Julian. Now, just what y'all doing?
Julian be the first one on
Fuck it, do
Instagram.
it right now. Fuck,
Let's
what
go.
island we going to?
Let's
what
go.
island?
I don't know.
All planes are closed.
Sorry, you're
Right.
not invited.
All flats are closed.
No,
you have
but
to.
The
I mean,
island of
just-
San Jose.
You
San
know,
Jose.
I mean, shit. That's just kind of how I see it. I don't
Yeah.
see
I
it
think-
as a like, oh, you should be ashamed. Like, dude, they're living their lives the way they lived it.
Yeah, who
their
cares?
whole time.
Too much.
Like,
the
It's wasted energy to really like get vested and show
Yeah.
hate on someone like that because
haters are haters.
I mean,
I-
you're
I-
right, man. We gave her the attention. I mean, at the end of the day, we created the, as you would say, monster.
For sure.
And it is what it is. Enough people find her entertaining where she's turned it into a career.
I think part of it too is like like they have their life and they do extravagant things, right? And they're relating it in comparison to like, oh, it's hard times right now, right? And there are people who are way more affected by COVID than they ever were. There are people who had family members who've died from COVID, and this whole thing isn't over. People who've been locked away.
That's
and all
why
these
they're
things.
mad about it.
They have it really,
Yeah.
really bad compared to even just us who are relatively normal, living normal lives.
Right.
Normal lives. So then they see someone like that who can do something like that.
Right.
And that's kind of where it comes from, I think.
But then
People
you
who
know
are
what-
really, really struggling from
And
what
Well,
is
then you know
happening.
what they should do? They should unfollow.
Okay, you make
I
a
mean,
good point. Okay,
Because I mean,
okay,
when
you're
you
right.
think about it, if you're going through something, why do you want to sit and watch other people live like that? When if it only makes you feel like
But-
jealous or upset about it, then don't look
But
at it.
Vicky,
Look at
sometimes-
stuff that like.
But sometimes you don't have a choice. It's on the timeline, and maybe like on the. I agree with you.
You can.
I agree on both sides, but also at the end, on the other end, if you got that much money and live in that type of life, wouldn't you maybe be a little more considerate? Maybe.
I mean,
Because you know
what
everyone's-
initially was she actually posting? Like, what was it that was
Dude,
posted?
she legit posted, oh man, flying out my close friends and family to a private island to spend a special day with me.
I think she's talking about in general though. What does Kim Kardashian usually post? She usually is always
always
flexing.
posting. So
she
does-
can
so
literally
is Kylie.
just post a selfie
So
in
is,
a
like-
bathroom and people are gonna be like,
I fucking hate you because you have $1 million bathroom. Like,
yeah. People like, man,
I hate you.
I want 10 bathrooms to shit all day.
Yeah.
But you guys,
know?
but they're getting upset. Why? Because she's actually celebrating her fucking birthday, and you guys are mad because she's doing something for her birthday.
What's
Why not?
what's normal to her is not normal to us, but we can't really shade her for that. That's what basically.
Yeah,
what you're saying.
and it's like you guys are shading her. Why? Because she's celebrating her
Because
birthday.
she's 40, she looks like she's 20, and I want to look like her. That's why she's very beautiful.
My hands
okay?
don't look like hers.
But seriously, she got a big butt. Kanye don't appreciate her. Did you see her on the David Letterman does this show?
Oh, yeah, the show.
Yeah,
the
on
interview.
Netflix, and the whole time, Kim Kardashian's being interviewed by what the fuck's his name again?
David Letterman.
David Letterman, the old ass dude. And
You just said his name.
yeah, whatever. I'm just so
What's his
mad.
name again?
The whole time,
That's right.
the whole time they pan over to Kanye, and what do you think? Kanye, normally, if you're supporting your wife, you be happy, right? Scowling, hood up. Man, I don't want to
That's
be
just
here.
him being him and not wanting people to look
Man,
at
Shut
him.
up.
he's got mental issues though.
Shut up.
And he's running around.
Did you
he's running
guys-
around with a
Did you guys see that hologram?
no.
he
I
did?
saw, yeah.
That's weird, right?
Of Kim's
Her dad?
dad.
Is
right?
that not the weirdest thing in the world?
I thought it was actually pretty cool.
I was
Really?
gonna ask you guys.
Yeah.
And the part where he's like, "You have an amazing, brilliant husband."
Oh,
Did you see
right?
that part?
I didn't see
Oh,
the
that's
whole thing.
definitely
That's
narcissistic.
Yeah,
fucking
for real.
weird, right?
I
Well,
didn't see-
Kim's
I
the one.
didn't
I mean,
see it all. I
Kanye's
only
the one
saw a
that
little
bought
bit
it.
of
He's the
it.
one that did it.
That's so weird.
Now,
Dude,
here's my-
he hired an actor to say these things, and then they did like a deep fake of her dad's face on him, and they did like a hologram of it.
That's what
That's
I was gonna
fucking
ask
weird,
you. Who do
right?
They hire, so they hire
I thought
someone to
that's
actually
kind of,
do the.
I thought it was cool, but I
diction.
mean, I
It's
didn't,
cool
I
in a
didn't see
movie.
the whole thing. Like,
You
I
gotta
didn't
watch
see
the whole
everything.
thing.
I got-
There's
I
a
gotta watch
part
the
where
whole thing.
he's like, "You have an amazing, brilliant husband."
Oh, I haven't seen that.
If I watch
haven't
that,
seen
then
that.
I
That's
believe
hella
in
funny.
ghosts. At that point,
Man.
I believe in ghosts. I'm
Yeah?
like, that's a ghost.
It was so weird, man.
Before we get to the next topic, next thing we got to do. Next time someone asks, like we get asked a question that we don't know the answer to, just throw them off. And be like, just do a quick prayer. This Kanye on the Joe Rogan podcast. This
What
dude,
is happening right now?
Kanye on the Joe Rogan podcast.
That was a. I couldn't finish it.
Oh, dude, me either.
I couldn't
But
watch the whole
there
thing.
was legit a time where Joe Rogan's asking him a question because Joe Rogan was actually asking him some legit questions, and Kanye couldn't. He couldn't answer it. So Kanye threw Rogan off and said, and Rogan's like, "What?
What
What
the
was
hell?
that? What was that?" And Kanye said, "I had to pray," and
See,
and
that's
then
some crazy narcissistic.
and then
shit.
Rogan said, "What about?" But you see what he did? Kanye diverted the answer to the question because he didn't know the answer to now what he was praying about.
He
So
did that
never answered
over
it.
and over again.
He
Hey,
did that
Vicky,
over. He kept
he
doing
did it
this.
No, not the
multiple
prank,
times?
not the
Oh,
prank,
oh,
but he
oh.
would
Just
change
kept
He
changing.
would
So,
not answer his question
Vicky,
straight
you've
up.
He's
been
unhinged.
Yeah.
Vicky, Niall, you guys have been artists for 10 years. We really appreciate your grind. Can you tell us where does the molecules of H2O and H2O3, where does it come from?
Thank you.
Sorry.
Right?
I was hoping you guys would get what he was.
I was
teeing you
praying
up
to the
for.
H2O God. He told me that.
What was that?
You should Google it.
What was that? And then he said something like, or then you say something like, I was just praying for having this blessed career. And then Rogan's
Oh, man.
and then Rogan's like,
Dang.
yeah. No, I get it.
And he bought it each time too.
Man.
He bought into it.
Each time.
I can't. See, this is why.
That's fun. I gotta watch that.
That sounds like a freaking.
No,
that sounds funny.
but this is
though.
good. We can just pray and just because you can never be no one can disrespect you if you pray.
Yeah.
I disagree.
That's
I'll
the issue.
disrespect you if you're praying in front of
Me too, bro. Like,
Especially in the middle
you're
of a
trying to
conversation.
like you try. That's the same thing as when people like. I don't even want to go too much into it, but when people like get a lot of shit on the internet and then they commit suicide, and then everyone's like, "Oh, stop making fun of them now because they try to commit suicide." I don't think they did that shit. I'm
They
gonna
like
keep it
fake
real.
it online. That's intense.
I know they fake that shit. I think they do just
You
to get the
really think
heat
they
off.
fake it?
People are crazy.
Yes, I do. I really do. Just to get it off. It's one of the only things that people are gonna be like, oh shit, all right, fun's over, y'all.
Yeah.
They try to commit themselves. All you gotta do is just post a picture, and I'm saying this lightly. I'm treading lightly,
Yeah.
but
Tread
Watch
lightly.
your words, man.
This
there
is
are
sensitive.
people.
I know. I was gonna say, be careful.
This is sensitive stuff.
I
Be
think that there are
careful.
people that fake it. Yes, I do. And I'll just
Wait, you
keep
mean
it at that.
committing
there.
suicide?
Like
Attempting
when
to. I
like
agree with you.
celebrities that do that,
Yeah.
like, and they like it's, and then next thing you know, they're in a hospital and they're posting a picture of themselves. Like
Yeah.
they
You
can
just
literally
can't-
admit themselves to the hospital and then say
always-
anything.
I've always had a problem with anyone ever doing that. Posting a picture of like their hospital bracelet.
Yeah,
I always think that like it's a weird thing to do.
it's they're not
Guys,
serious at that point.
you
No
guys-
matter what it is, I feel like it's a weird thing to do.
One guy that just comes to mind, and no one knows who he is because he's super like fringe. He's like on the outs. But do you guys remember that SoundCloud rapper dude, Skinny from the Nine? You guys ever heard of him?
You told me that.
He's like a Tekashi 6ix9ine dude, but he never got big.
Right.
All right. Anyway, he did the same thing. He got shot in the butt. This dude went on IG Live.
He
Dude,
got
who
shot
goes
in
on
the
IG
butt.
Live, gets shot? Guys, I got shot in the butt. This is not even. I'm not even faking. This is on IG Live. So you had to get on your IG, hit live as you get shot in the butt, and you're on the ground saying, "Guys, I got shot in the butt."
Something jumped up. And
Look
bit
it up
me.
on Twitter, dude. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's levels to it. 'Cause
Yeah.
to me, it's like
And he's also attempted, and he put it on social media.
he was trying to start a fire from like wet tinder at that point. What I'm saying is someone's getting a lot of fire flack, and so the best way to get the fire out is to get sympathy points. And the most sympathy points you can get online is like alluding that you were about to take your life away. And usually, especially like sources that I've read, like when people are like saying, I'm going to kill myself today, they're like just asking for attention at that point. And they're looking for sympathy. They're looking for that. So,
Well, there's a fine line too, right? Because people who are genuinely have struggles with these things, right, will do things like that, genuinely asking for help.
Yeah.
Right? So like,
Right.
there's
It's
a
just a fine
difference-
line. It's tough to
Because
tell.
like you can't really tell, because there are people who are doing it for sympathy and attention, and there are people who are genuinely struggling and are asking for help in their own way. Right.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell. I think that's why it kind of works for if someone. Is
I
faking
know.
it. because
you can't really tell.
You can't
You-
tell.
yeah.
But to me, it's
and,
just like
and you
it's
come
just-
off like very insensitive if you actually
If you
call
call him
someone
out
out.
on
You
him.
can't do that.
You
know what I
obviously you can't say you faked it. Like you
Right.
can't
Right.
obviously
That would
do
be
that.
So
Right.
shitty.
It will be so shitty. Just to me, it's like
You would
like
get
if
so
that
much
person has
shit,
never shown
right?
signs before, like or like shown like to me, I look at things in patterns, and when you're getting heat from like everyone saying you look like this, and that as a celebrity, and then next thing I know, I see you post a picture in the hospital. To me, it's like okay, you're trying to get people off your back.
Yo, this is because I forgot to ask Vicky. This is entirely random, but those TikToks you were doing over the weekend, was that at your house?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a pool.
No comment.
Damn, I'm like,
No, I'm just kidding.
We're trying to
No,
get
I
invited to the pool
like
party.
I'm still moving back
Okay.
and forth. So.
very dope, man. You see the TikToks?
I'm from Arizona, so a pool is not like anything.
Oh, man.
Pools are a thing out here.
That's all I ever wanted
I
was a
see.
pool, man.
Because it's never really hot enough. So like whenever it does get hot, like who has a pool?
But
Oh, they
it-
got a pool.
It would just be cool to
Right.
have. Can you imagine just nice barbecue, your own pool. You don't need to share it with a bunch of people that are peeing in it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh my god.
oh, come on, bro. Like everyone does it. Not that I do it, but I'm saying everyone does it. Like in a
We're
community
at-
pool.
You have me
Not
questioning a
grown.
little bit. Hold
You
on,
shouldn't
Julian.
be
I
if
don't
you're
know.
grown.
I knew a kid that would pee in the pool all the time. Back
yeah,
in the day.
a kid.
Was that you when you were a kid?
No comment.
Okay. Hey, speaking of,
I plead the fifth.
this is not really. There's no way to seg into this. But moonwater.
Yeah,
What's that?
moon
Speaking of water,
Speaking of water.
Hey, there you
Speaking
go.
of peeing in water, let's just go piss in the moon.
So this is This was pretty big story, man. NASA made the announcement that
that's what I meant.
water traces were found on the sunlit surfaces of the moon. Water molecules, rather. What do you guys think about it? Pretty cool, I guess. I guess
Moon water sounds like a perfume.
dude, moon water is something that could be marketed.
Like if you say, "Oh, my
Like Avion.
Moon water by Justo," like that's like a perfume.
Right.
Copyright
Or cologne, right?
Cologne, no
I mean,
perfume.
depend on what you identify.
Any
as.
thoughts on it, man? On this water being found? I mean, it's kind of cool for the people that.
Aliens, bro. Aliens.
I want to drink that shit.
Well, people are saying.
Oh, let me get some of that moon water.
Hey, what do you think those side effects would be?
Shit, lit.
Being out of this world.
They're saying that.
I get to grow fins and like.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Imagine though.
There you go. Yeah, kind of like what's that one
I would
movie?
die then.
Or you die of radiation poisoning. One of the two.
Avatar.
True.
Oh,
It'd be like Avatar.
the
No,
big
kinda
blue
so.
Avatar.
You start.
Yeah.
You start like bending, like fucking.
I don't know. I
Oh,
just
yeah,
saw the
that's
movie.
what I'm talking about.
I just saw Avatar.
Avatar.
Right.
But people
Water bending.
I saw some tweets. I don't know how true this is, but people that could be indication of like life living on the moon. I don't know about that.
Have you heard? So like, there's this dude on TikTok who claims that he's from the future. Have you guys heard about this?
No.
So like, there's this dude who claimed he traveled back in time from the future and makes all these TikToks about these predictions of things that are coming up. One of them is the results of the presidential election. One of it is learning that how to time travel and all these crazy things that's going to happen in the next 10 years. And like one of them is like aliens. We're going to find aliens.
Who do you say wins?
Huh?
The election. Who do you
He
say?
says that Trump wins.
Oh, shit.
So we'll see if he's.
Damn.
We'll see what he says if he's actually from the future.
But I
That's
mean,
right.
hello, The Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
I
See?
mean, they're the same.
I don't
They're
believe in
the
time
same.
travel. That's the one thing I can't stand, like time travel and like time travel movies. It's just like impossible.
What
so.
if you were to be able to time travel? Would you?
No,
Well,
I
you're-
Wait, going forward or
As
going back?
limited.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, go
It
back.
doesn't
all
matter
day.
if it's forward or backwards. I'm not with it.
I would be. Who wouldn't want to live longer on this earth, bro?
No, time traveling doesn't mean you live longer.
You just get
It just means you
get
skip
to,
shit.
Yeah, you don't get younger.
Well, can't I go back to? Can't you go back like 10, 20?
Well, if
are
you go,
gonna be
if
the
you
same,
were to,
though.
you would be the
You
same.
still gonna be wrinkly hands Julian
So
going.
think of Back to the Future. You know, Back to the Future. He went back, but obviously when he went back in time,
He was the same.
Younger,
It
or else
was
he wasn't even
him.
born
Yeah,
yet.
but I
back
want
in
to be
time.
able to experience those times again.
Yeah, but you're not
won't.
younger.
You won't. You're just gonna
You're
be
just gonna-
watching.
You're just gonna be watching like
You'll
that
be you.
time.
That's fine.
You would see two
I want to.
Julians.
I don't care. I want to watch.
Yo,
What do you
that
mean?
would be
I don't
some
care. I don't
crazy
wanna-
shit.
I don't want to live right now. We're not in a good time right now,
I
man.
want to
This
live
sucks.
right now.
Who
Ah,
wants to live during? You want to live during this time?
I'd rather go to the future. You know,
But no.
personally, just because
I don't
of
want to
the-
know what could happen.
this country's relationship with
Yeah.
black people, and you know, I'm not trying to go any past my
well, for you, it's
25
different.
years.
Yeah.
You know, but
I want to see what's going to
I mean,
happen.
shoot, what
I
will
would
happen
like
in
to
the
go in the
future?
future.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
yeah,
sign me
well,
up.
it would be really good or
you can't
like bad.
time travel to the future though. You can only go backwards because the
Yeah,
future hasn't happened yet.
Right. See, that's why I don't like time travel. It's like fucking
Hey, I just want to add this. I just want
bullshit.
to add this. I just want to close out this moon water thing. So a lot of people are asking, like, why
what's
does
his
it
TikTok
matter?
though? Just kidding.
Watch his TikTok. I know. I need to watch.
I
that.
wanna watch
I
this
need-
guy
I need to
now.
see.
There's a bunch of crazy stuff on there. You should watch it. I don't know the name. I'll
But
tell you.
Moonwater, that's
Wait,
I fuck with it.
Yeah, I was just gonna close out and say that the reason why we should care is because sources are saying because it costs so much money to lift stuff in space in solar space. Dude, it costs $10,000 a pound to lift anything in space. So they need to get like, let's say, a carton or jugs of water. $10,000 a pound it costs. We're paying for that, essentially, right?
Are we? NASA? Are we paying NASA? I
Well,
thought NASA's
taxes,
separate now.
no?
I thought NASA got kicked off the government. I can't.
Anyway,
Y'all look at me.
okay. Well, I'm just assuming, but so I guess if there's enough water to be found on the moon, well, they can get it. It's another source for people in space, so it's cheaper. And then check this out. I could see them. No, it's for real because they don't.
They're gonna put Starbucks up there too.
Right?
Dude,
That's the
Oh,
first thing they're
lit.
going to fucking
if they
do.
can actually bottle this water, don't you think that they would bring it back and sell it?
Fuck yeah, for like $100 for a bottle.
Exactly.
Something crazy. I'd buy a bottle of moon water.
Man, I think humans are so stupid sometimes. Like,
Oh yeah, no. they're
all right, Moonwater,
stupid.
guess what?
Hands down.
All right, for $10.99, like really? Out of all the fucking ideas we can have is just to sell us more shit as consumers. Like,
that's it.
I just wish we were more
We're gonna take capitalism to the moon,
Dude,
Niall.
man,
Hey,
I'm
if
so
there's a
mad,
Red Lobster
bro.
there, I'm good.
I wish, as a human race, I wish we weren't so scared. Like, I wish we didn't like invest so much in military shit. I wish we would invest like on making people's lives better, and then like actually wanting to go off the planet, because that's what I've seen so much shit like on TV or like Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about what we're meant to do because of the way our minds are and our creativity, our curiosity, and like it's to go out. It's like eventually like we can gather our resources, go out and travel and be this kind of like
But you know
race
what,
of
though?
people.
I feel like it's just never gonna happen. Because
See, that's what I'm talking about, because we suck sometimes, man.
You know why? Because there are some people that are fucking ungrateful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
And
like,
they happen to be rich as
What
hell,
you
and
know
they
what I mean?
fucking control everything.
And you know
Like-
why, right? Because we live here. It's a free country. That's why.
San Mateo. Just kidding.
Well, no, the United States. You get what I'm saying.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's so loose here, bro. We are so blessed, and we don't even know it, man. You know?
Yeah.
life.
People need to be more appreciative. Y'all need to be more appreciative, man. It's you three, you know?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
I'm appreciative.
Sorry, I wasn't paying
Excuse
attention.
me?
I'm just
Anyway.
messing with
Grateful
you.
as fuck.
Speaking of,
I didn't mean to get us depressed.
hey, man. Speaking of being,
You did it.
Yeah.
speaking of being appreciative, Thanksgiving's coming up, and I
yeah.
think
Food.
Food,
Yeah, I think we got to take.
Oh, food.
I think we got to take Governor Newsom's rules for Thanksgiving. You got to take it with a grain of salt.
Yes.
Niall, you want to read this off? You want me to?
You should read it off.
Okay. So he tweeted out, or he put out on social media, different platforms, rules for Thanksgiving. I mean, I don't know how much you have to really follow him, but they're like suggestions. He's saying that Thanksgiving must be held outside. Guests may use the bathroom inside if sanitized.
It's very specific.
Masks on while not eating. So every time you're not eating, masks have
Every
to
time
be
you
on.
breathe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Singing is quote unquote in quotations strongly discouraged. Singing. No
Singing?
singing. Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
the town,
he got me fucked up.
It's like the town of Footloose.
This is what I don't. This is what I don't get. Max of 2 hours together. So does that mean like your Thanksgiving cannot exceed 2 hours?
That's what it sounds like.
Who's
it's
gonna
just
listen
eating.
to this?
No one's gonna do
Right.
that.
Right.
I'm not gonna do that.
6 feet mandated in all. Hey, you want some coleslaw?
Hey, throw me the
Who
salt.
the hell has a table that big?
6 feet mandated in all directions between all at the table and otherwise. That's it.
Right.
I mean, look. Be
Like,
safe.
look.
Be safe. Try your best. Wear a fucking mask when you can. Call it a day. That's it.
Use hand sanitizer.
Try to not. If you can avoid a big group of people eating for Thanksgiving, do that.
What do you think about?
So I
Go
want
ahead.
to. I want to actually. So this was actually, this was a meme.
Okay.
So those actually isn't what Gavin Newsom said.
It's not okay. I read it on Twitter. Am I wrong?
It comes from
your
the
main
meme.
source
It
is
came
You read
Twitter?
your main source.
It
is
came
Hey,
Twitter?
man.
Come on,
It came
man.
from
I'm a
Reddit.
social media
It
kid,
came
man.
from Reddit, but it picked up steam, and everyone, what the fuck, Gavin?
That's so
But I
bad.
mean,
it actually
I'm
wasn't-
close to it, right?
You're close to it, meaning like they said, it says in general, the more people from different households a person interacts with at a gathering, the closer the physical interaction is, and the longer the interaction lasts, the higher the risk that a person with COVID-19 infection, symptomatic or asymptomatic, may spread it to others. Meaning, the safest way to gather is to interact with people in the same household or do so virtually. That's
Virtually.
anyway,
but
that's
that's what everyone's been doing anyways.
So
Yeah.
stupid.
Right, so I think it was like more of a reminder to be safe, but this Reddit post and like this meme kind of made it bigger than like it's not literally that.
I think the whole virtual thing, it's just not the same, man. Hey, Grandpa Joe, how you enjoying that turkey over there in Wisconsin? Oh, it's good, Niall. It's great. Ricky,
it would be
thank
like,
you so much.
huh?
You forgot to get the Red Lobster. Man, I would pass you over some Red Lobster, cheddar, and baked biscuits, but I can't because you're halfway across the country. You know what I mean?
You know, I don't know if you guys know because you guys, aren't really messing with Twitter yet. It's okay. I'll get you guys on Twitter. Julian and I's conversation hit 7,000 views on Twitter.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
the
That's
ADOS Ice Cube conversation. Yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah.
got 7,000 views on
That's
that.
dope.
How many
It was
like
lit.
retweets?
A lot.
At least like 300.
Wow,
That's dope, man.
It was
That's
lit.
cool.
That's tight.
Yeah,
oh,
it
is
was
that why
dope.
you were like, y'all need to go follow the podcast?
Yeah, because I made
got it,
I
okay.
made a Twitter podcast. I made a Twitter account for our podcast.
A new one? Because our other one, there were
A
issues.
new one. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, fuck them. Bro.
Less than zero. Less than
We
zero.
got a new one.
Plug our
Less than
Twitter.
zero PC, by the way.
Yeah.
Is that the new
Wait,
thing?
wait, what happened? What happened?
Politically
to
correct.
What happened to the other one?
I don't know, man. We got
Man,
blocked. for some
Twitter
reason.
Twitter is on some bullshit.
What?
Niall,
we got blocked.
He was looking at porn. I don't know.
I wasn't doing none of
See,
that.
I'm telling you, like it's Instagram, it's Twitter. They ain't trying to see us win, man. They hate it.
Yeah, so
trying to
yeah,
hold us back.
now it's less than zero PC. Since for podcast, people don't
Right.
know, but got it right. So anyway, I posted just a 2-minute clip of our conversation.
It was cool.
And yeah, it got 7,000 plays. I think that's cool.
That's
and
cool.
I think it kind of goes back to like our conversation earlier today about like just having dialogue with people, because it's all about like understanding, because I think, without me giving the information to Julian wouldn't know what ADOS is or like any of us right now, like about things that we need to know. And so that it starts with dialogue.
I will also say that it's also that conversations like that, even the Bieber clip, we got, I mean, it's the most amount of views we've gotten on clips, to be honest with you. It's super niche. It was, you know what I mean? Like it was niche and people are just passionate about it. They have strong beliefs in it. Would you agree? Like, so yeah, I mean, I really don't have, I'm basically agreeing with what you're saying, but you just, things like that are people are just passionate about. They have something to say about it, and they're just glad to see that someone is speaking upon it, right?
Yeah.
And like in a public space.
Right. And especially it's like kind of like a political thing too, like we were talking about. So it was just good to see.
Like thinking about it.
Yeah.
By the way,
never mind.
some believers are in the comments are not happy with what you guys are saying.
give
You got to
shit
go
about
through the
it as well.
comments and comment on each comment.
I am.
Yeah, you gotta say fuck you. I'm
Yeah,
saying.
No.
You guys put more fire.
Yeah.
But I think our conversation was big because like, you are Asian and I'm black, and we're talking about like certain things that I don't think a normal like Asian and black person would be talking about.
You think?
Like, I don't think so. I mean,
I don't know. I don't
think so.
We just talk, man.
Huh?
Not traditionally. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, not traditionally, like, every day. I mean, I just don't think so. So I think they like that, when it comes like black issues, like it's good to not just talk to only black people, like you're preaching to the choir. It's good to like educate other people because everyone's part of this. Like the political, it's not just like when black people win, only black people win. Like when it'll make everyone win, when every group can win. So there's specific things in every group that needs to be addressed. And so it's just part of the family, thing. So
Cool.
Love it.
yeah.
So with that said, I think we're good, man.
Make sure to follow our new Twitter.
Yes.
On that note,
Yeah, follow
Including
our new
everyone on the set right now.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even know that we had a new one.
right?
Yeah, I
that
put
my
it in the
fault?
group chat.
Put it in the group chat.
Oh yeah, I ignored it.
Yeah, well,
thanks, Justin.
follow it.
Initially, I was gonna text back saying, "Oh, I barely go on Twitter," but I answered it in my mind.
Right. So now you're gonna download Twitter on your phone and you're gonna follow it back. And
So initially, I responded just in my
you
mind.
did. I think you hearted it
I
or something.
responded it in my mind.
That's
Right.
a
I
go-to.
think I did.
That's a go-to.
I don't
You just
know,
heart
but-
something.
And then follow our Instagram at just less than zero pod, right?
Yeah. Next weekend we'll have a new president, so that'll be interesting.
That'll be
Ah,
that'll probably
Technically.
Shish kebabs.
Technically,
Well,
we
there's
won't have a new president until January 21st.
right, but
2021.
we'll have a new elected.
We'll have a new elected.
Yeah.
okay.
for sure.
So
So that'll probably take up most of the episode. So next episode will probably be a pretty political.
You know what would make us stand out if we don't say shit?
Just to say
Like,
anything?
how was your weekend? It was
People will be
good,
like,
man.
Thank God someone